Grand Rising, everybody. So, today's kind of an interesting vibe, and I'll welcome you to, I guess this is going to be episode 13, and I guess there's some irony to this. The 13th episode, 13's my lucky number, and it's funny because today I chose to discuss authenticity. And to be honest, that's one of the reasons I'm doing this at like 6:30 in the morning and why I look like hell right now. Because you know what? Why not? This is part of who I am. And it's not that who I am in the videos you guys see isn't also a part of who I am. That's just the more professional piece of who I am. It's the piece that, because of what I'm doing, gets put out there. But it's no less authentic than any other piece of my soul. It's just the one everybody gets to see. And that's where things get real fun for me. You see, I've lived by the philosophy for a while now, and I had to adopt this, or I was going to lose myself trying to please everybody else. But I realized that that was the root of a lot of my depression that I experienced in life, and that in order to be happy, I had to be me, cranked up to 11 and knocked the damn knob off. And so I did. Everybody wants to be liked, except for me. I really don't give a crap if you like me or not. Now, the interesting rub in that is those who are going to resonate with my message, they have an appreciation for raw authenticity. And that raw authenticity that I carry in the stories I share, whether I'm looking professional or I look like I just woke up like I do today, those stories still carry the same weight and power. And these stories carry that weight because these are tales of lived experience. This is me taking my philosophies that I have come up with and the theories on life that I have, and not just theorizing about it, but implementing practical experimentation on these theories with the actual goal to prove that at some level my theories hold water, even if I'm just trying to prove it to myself. And that's where this gets real fun for me. Because you see, I knew certain things jumping on the internet to share my message. And the number one thing I knew coming in here, haters gonna hate. That's what they do. And you know what? Bring it. And I don't say that as a challenge. I say that as I already understand that, if you've reached a certain depth with yourself, you understand the message that I share. And if you don't, you think it's holier than thou, and you are irritated by the message. You start trying to poke holes in it, find the flaws in it. Here's the problem with that one. I live by a philosophy, and this philosophy is why I'm not worried about people talking crap about me on the internet. I live by the philosophy of pay no mind to the shade cast by trees that bear no fruit. And I'm going to say that one again for the people in the back. Pay no mind to the shade cast by trees that bear no fruit. Because the first ones to throw shade are the ones that see you doing something that they want to do so badly, but they are too scared to. They can't find it in themselves to do what they want. They feel they have to do certain things. And so they just keep on keeping on doing the things they have to do. That is no way to live. And they're going to talk crap about the people that are doing. And I already understand. The ones that got things to say about whether I'm authentic or not, it's because my authenticity irritates you. You can't believe that there would be a good soul out there in this world because you've seen so much and your cynicism runs so deep. Well, guess what? People out there do exist that are purely authentic and just care about other people. See, it really comes down to this. We all get thrown in the same boiling water, right? We're all in the same turmoil. But here's the thing. One of three things happens when things get thrown into boiling water. If you throw an egg in boiling water, it's hard. And so many people in this world, that is their response to the problems in the world. They get hard. They become callous. They refuse to see anybody else for who they are. They refuse to hold compassion for anyone else, and they harden their own hearts in protection of themselves. The second thing that happens, we can look at a potato. You throw a potato in, it gets soft. Some people can't take the heat of what's going on out there, and they end up lashing out and hurting others because they can't hold their own integrity together. They go soft when the heat gets put on them. They melt. And that just is what it is. You see, there's a third contention of people. Because what happens when you throw a handful of coffee beans, or tea leaves for that matter, into boiling water? Well, then that boiling water becomes something else entirely. Throw coffee beans in, guess what? You just got coffee. Tea leaves, that's not water anymore, that's tea now. The point is, what you become out of your trials, that's up to you. What you do with it, that's up to you. But it's all an active choice we make. And for me, the choice I made, whether it irritates the hell out of people or not, is that I refuse to become hard or soft because of the boiling water I was thrown into. I'm going to turn that water to something else. I'm going to infuse myself into that water so that there's actually some benefit to it and it don't just rip people apart anymore. Be your authentic self. Have that courage. We need more authenticity in this world. That means being a good person when nobody's looking. That means understanding that what you do affects other people. And it means taking accountability for your actions every step of the way. That accountability piece becomes the part of my authenticity that seems to really irritate people. Because I'm willing to take radical accountability for things. I own my life. I own where I'm at in it. And those who can't are terrified by those who are willing to own that where I am today, that's my fault. My choices got me here, and only I can get me out. And it's only through holding that level of authenticity and holding myself accountable at those levels that I've been able to achieve what I have. And the funny thing about it, I already said, pay no mind to the trees that bear no fruit. Interestingly enough, over the last month, I have watched things on my channel blow up here on Facebook. I'm catching traction on YouTube as well. I'm piecing together an entire business plan. I have written a book and published it. I've had people literally come to me and see how the application of the things in my book, and I'm talking people who found me at random, and they got to see firsthand how the application of the principles in my book have gotten me to right here. Proof positive that the message is doing what it's intended to do, that I reach the lives that I'm intended to reach. And this ain't about me. This is about the people that need to hear a message that not many people are going to be brave enough to tell them. And if I got to be that guy, I love them enough that even if it hurts, I'm going to be that guy. In the end, I'm your Huckleberry all day long on that one. I'll call you out on it, keep you straight. I expect the same for me. And I call myself out on it too. But that's just it. I own my flaws. I own the fact that even the holiest of man is still just flesh and bone and imperfect, just like everything else on this plane of existence. But I'm trying, and I'm working every day. And even more than trying, I am doing every day to prove the things I know in my core, the things I share in my messages. I live those messages that I may show there is another way out there. I thank everybody for taking the time to listen today. Be your authentic self. Own who you are and don't cater to anybody else's whims. That does still mean be respectful. It just means don't turn yourself down to fit in. Don't have people in your life that you have to adjust who you are in order to fit their box, in order to stay around them. Find the people in your life that like you. You're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. And I'm going to close with this. John Lennon once said, being yourself isn't going to get you a lot of friends, but it's going to get you the right friends. And I promise you, that one, facts, 100%. Be true to yourself. It will get you the people you need in your life to grow. Thank you for taking some time to listen to me today. Have a great morning.